Maria Hill receives a visit from a mysterious visitor who reveals that new mutants are popping up all over the world and that they are looking towards Cyclops as their leader. Cyclops' powers are revealed to be broken since possessing the Phoenix Force, and recounts the events of the previous day, where the Uncanny X-Men go to rescue a new mutant named Fabio in San Francisco. However, the mission goes badly when Sentinels arrive. Cyclops uses a massive surge of power, leveling a city in the process. In the present, the visitor is revealed to be Magneto, who wants to help Maria defeat Scott. Later, Emma is by silence and sadness, as she has lost the ability to use her telepathic abilities. She and Cyclops talk about their relationship and decide it best not to get back together, but to put it aside for their students. They then reveal to their students that they are a part of the mutant race. This leads to many of the students to be freaked out, with Eva wishing to go home. The X-Men take her home to Australia, but soon are confronted by the Avengers themselves. Captain America issues the order to arrest Cyclops and Emma, but Eva Bell uses her mutant powers to trap them in a time bubble. The X-Men then return home, where they learn of Magneto's role as a triple agent. The X-Men then return to the Jean Grey School for recruitment. Emma meets with the Stepford Cuckoos, who psychically attack her, learning of her broken powers. Meanwhile, the young students look around the school and get to know one another, while Cyclops reveals he wants to recruit any mutant who wishes to join them. The Stepford Cuckoos and Angel, the original version. Magic and the team are then suddenly transported into Limbo. Who is controlling Magic, and how will the X-Men be able to fight them off? Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 is a book that sort of takes off from All New X-Men. And it's very much the aftermath of Avengers vs. X-Men. Mutants are now popping up all over the world, ever since the aftermath of Avengers vs. X-Men. Cyclops is definitely, is now more resilient to save the mutant race from humans. One of the things I liked about this comic was the idea of everyone on this team, all of the faculty members on this team have had their powers broken in some way by the Phoenix Force. Like Magneto and Emma have a very limited power set, whilst Cyclops and Magic have a very powerful power set. And then you have the students who have, again, very powerful power sets. So everyone is at varying degrees of power, and everyone on this team is retraining or training to use their abilities as a force for good. And I really liked that aspect about the series itself. So, the new team members, either Tri-Rage, Fabio, or aka Goldball, Benjamin Deeds, and there's someone else. I can't remember who. I know, that's it. The four new characters in this team are very different, and it's very cool to see. That each person on this team has a different power set, and they sort of complement their teachers. Eva has to be one of my most favourite characters. Just the way she looks and the Australian dialect. She's just such a really cool character. And I really liked her. I also liked the different costumes that everyone on this team wears. Like, Magic has a very, gothic, look to her, which I really like a lot. She looks so attractive. Emma Frost is, of course, Emma Frost. She's a lot more, dressed up this time. She doesn't have any, cleavage showing. She looks very, very feminine in the artwork. Magneto is very, very cool. However, some of the art makes him look really, really strange. I really, really like the artwork in this comic. It's very different from what I'm used to. My only real complaint about this comic is the pacing. The pacing starts off really, really well. And from a story point of view, it's very much a beginnings part of the book. And each part works very, very well as a beginning piece. But it feels a little bit rushed. I don't know what the trade is like, because I have read it in comic book format as opposed to trade. But it doesn't read very well. The end feels really, really rushed, which is unfortunate. I think this comic is a very, very good start to an overarching story. I've read this comic about twice. Think this will be the fourth time I've read this volume. I will admit this isn't as strong as it should be. It's not a very strong opening. But I'm looking forward to finding out about Dormammu and what role he will play in the second volume. I find it interesting that the Stepford Cuckoos and the original Angel have both joined the team. And how having Angel left will impact on the original X-Men in All New. I would give it about a 4 out of 5. It's a very strong opening, great art, apart from I didn't really dig the art in issue 6, and the pacing felt a little rushed. But other than that, pick up the comic. It's definitely a good read if you're reading All New X-Men. So, thank you very much for listening to me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like the Facebook page. And yeah, I shall see you later for another comic book review. Bye.